we're back with the Eldritch Horror Part 2 of our playthrough of the Shrub Nigrith. Shrub
I think
Niggy.
we agree we're just going to call it Shrub or Shub.
I'll call him the Shub.
Nice.
And this is Part 2, so if you are just joining us, you might want to go back and watch the first part, because in that part we kind of go through some more of the how it's played type of materials, and now we're just going to zoom through and play the rest of this game. We're doing pretty good so far. We've gotten through one of 3 mysteries and haven't lost any doom.
Yeah.
So
We're still at 13, which is a good number.
we're going to keep going with the player phase. And so I will start us off by moving to Shanghai. And then I'm going to actually heal because I took a lot of damage last time. So I'm going to just take the time now to get some of my health back. Thank you. Your turn.
Oh, do you need 3s? Well, my turn's easy. I'm delayed, so I just stand back up, and that is my whole turn. Now we're on encounter, so Aaron's going to do a Shanghai encounter.
Already going so fast. So now I do the purple, I think it's the Asia-Australia encounters. And so I'm in Shanghai. So the Shanghai Museum recommends you speak to Mu Xian, a preeminent scholar of the occult. You send him a message that you hope will convince him to help. I test my influence. 2, yes. If you pass, improve your lore as he shares his wealth of knowledge. So I move from my mighty 1 lore to 2
lore.
So
Look
at me go.
Cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm in Istanbul. Oh boy. Oh shoot. The British ambassador, Sir Douglas Rutherford, begs your help. His child has been abducted by the Brothers of the Skin. You may spend 1 clue to find the cultist and recover the boy. If you do, improve influence. But I don't have any clues to spend because Aaron has all of them, so I can't do that. So that's a waste.
Cool. So now we're done with our encounters.
Mythos.
And we do the mythos.
We advanced the Omen track, so it's on blue. Do we have any blue gates? No.
We have 3 red gates. And last time we moved it to be red, so...
Well, we get a blue gate now because there's a monster surge, and there are no blue gates. So, Tokyo.
How'd you know it would be blue?
Huh?
How'd you know it would be a blue gate?
I didn't. I just drew the first one. And then we spawn a clue. In Arkham.
Oh, the serpent people again. Yay.
I'm a snake. Cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to kill some monsters.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Ew.
Cool. And then, just the flavor text. The shop owner's body was found in the storeroom among those curios and antiques deemed too esoteric for public display. While the police ascribed his death to natural causes, you see it for something more sinister. The insidious powers from Insidious Powers. Fudge. Okay. The insidious powers from outside reality are growing more aggressive, impatient for the meal they plan to make of this world from beyond. This is an event. Resolve the fast effect on each Mythos card in play twice, unless all investigators as a group spend clues equal to half the number of investigators. If there are no Mythos cards in play with a effect, advance doom by 1. And there are no Mythos cards in play with that fast action effect, so we just advance doom by 1.
Perfect. Well, it would have been a very hard card because it has these tentacle things. It's not so bad.
I mean, advancing doom's not great, but it's better than a bunch of bad stuff. Cool. So we're back to play your turns. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, we probably should kill some monsters.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Rome.
First, I'm going to do my cat burglar action. We're rolling 1 die on a 5 or 6. Gain an item trinket. Cool. So from the reserve, this is the reserve. I'm going to take this item, which is the Holy Cross.
Oh, nice.
I gain +2 during combat encounters for my will, which is great because that puts me at 4.
Yeah.
There's a private pair down there. Cool. That was my first action, and then I will move to actually to those monsters. So we got to start
So you're gonna move and then spend your
to the monsters from this train show.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go move there and try to get those monsters. Your turn.
Awesome. I'm going to heal real quick. Boom. Boom. And then I'm gonna move to Rome.
When in Rome,
Yes, when in Rome.
you have to fight some ghosts. Okay.
Always fighting ghosts.
My encounter is 2 monsters.
So you got a skeleton. You can resolve them in any order you choose.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm going to start with the easier one, which helps me regain sanity, which is the skeleton. So I'm at 4 because of the Holy Cross that I got. Oh, that's not good.
No.
It's not good at all, because I am down to 1 sanity.
Oh my.
This is scary. I'm going to have to roll better next time.
Yeah.
Now I'm fighting it. -2 strength. We have 7. 4. So 7 minus 2 is 5.
Wow, there's 1, 2. Roll one of those again.
So it's actually 3 because that counts as 2.
Oh,
my
sweet.
double barrel shotgun. So I killed him, which is great because I can recover sanity.
Oh, when you killed the skeleton?
Yes.
That's cool.
And now I'm having to deal with this guy, the Wraith. So this stinks.
Don't die.
Will -1, so that's 3.
You lose the sanity.
So
but
I
you're
lose
still
1
alive.
sanity, and I'm down to 1. So as long as I don't draw any stupid mythos thing. Now I'm doing strength -1, which is 6. 1,
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5. It's dead.
Wow. I would
When
say
this monster's defeated, investigator may discard a curse condition. And you don't have a curse?
I don't have to.
Cool.
Condition.
Well, then that's dead, and now I can do an encounter if I would like to. I'm really scared to do that.
It's the worst that could happen. You could die. You literally
I
die.
could literally die.
I think you have to, don't you?
No, it's May after
Oh, okay.
you do the monsters. Because you have to do an encounter, but I already did one.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to... You want me to do it?
Yeah, I think you should draw it.
Extreme conditions have left you fevered and delirious. You force yourself to keep moving, putting a terrible strain on your body. So, strength is 3. Whoa! Fast. There's no good effect. Why'd you make me do this?
Oh, I just checked to see what kind of test it was, and I knew you were good at strength.
Your turn.
I have to fight this ghost. It's willpower -1, so I get 3. I got 2. There's no strength test on this. This is, if you pass the willpower test, this monster loses health equal to the test result, and I got 2 successes, so it is dead. Yeah. Ooh, nice. And then I'm going to do a portal encounter to try to close this portal in Rome. Okay. Yogoth. You find a room filled with strange metal cylinders. Inside of each cylinder is a living brain that can communicate through a speaker box. You ask them for help. Influence. Ooh. Well, 2 successes. They describe how to operate the Migos machinery to travel between worlds based on what they say. You try to operate the alien device's test lore, which is also 4. Nice. If you pass, you return home. Close this gate.
Nice.
Boom.
Cool.
It's a pretty good counterface.
Yeah. Got rid of 2 monsters. 3 monsters.
I'm close to gate.
Alright, so now we're at Mythos.
Yep.
Advance the Omen,
Okay.
which is green now.
Yep, and we have 1 green gate in San Francisco, so we go reduce Doom by, or retreat Doom by 1.
And then we're doing all of these effects, which is Reckoning effects. I learned that. It's a Reckoning effects.
Okay.
We start with monsters, with the Night God.
I just looked at that one, I remember.
There's Investigator on the space.
There's not.
Move the monster 1 space and he becomes delayed. Otherwise, move this monster 2 spaces toward the nearest investigator.
Just move him to me. I'm 2 spaces away. This one says, roll 1 die. The serpent people. Cool, we're good, nothing happens.
And that's all for monsters.
Yep.
Now it's the ancient one. So we draw a random monster and put it on a random location. In a random location, we're going to put a bite key.
The Amazon.
In the Amazon.
Cool, anything else in the Mythos card we have to do?
Well, we're still doing our Reckoning effects.
I don't have any Reckoning effect cards.
Well, I do. So I have to roll 1 die for my Dark Pact.
I swear to God, this kills. If this kills me again.
We'll see. Pact with the Dark Man. You knew that ever since you signed your name in that terrible book, signed it in your own blood, this day would come eventually. You can hear his cloven feet approaching, and you are certain that the end is near. You are devoured.
Are you dead?
I'm devoured.
So dead.
It's worse than dead.
Oh.
Because you can't find my body. However, all of my clues and items
go on your location.
Stay on this space.
Awesome.
And you put these go here, and this goes away. Oh, and my train ticket. I'm not too upset because characters are expendable because we have about. I mean, it's sad that you lose all your stuff, but you can get it back pretty easily.
Or your other investigators can get it.
So that is my unfortunate turn, but we're still doing the Mythos phase, so we have to spawn a gate. So the next gate would be...
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, and we have to put a monster there. A Nafka.
Yeah?
When it spawned, it's moved to the Himalayas.
Shoot.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monsters on the board.
And 5 gates. Gotta close some gates.
Yikes. Not the best start. So we actually will flip my character. My character's gone. No more finding it. And I'll have this one.
Let me do those characters.
And we spawn the gates. Do you want to read the rest of that?
Sure. Before your very eyes, the stars shift in the night sky. Constellations break apart and reform, shattering your previous predictions of the omens. Oh no.
Oh yes, you're also the first player.
Perplexing Stars is the name of this card, and it has the tentacles, so we know it's hard. It's an event. Move the omen clockwise by 1. Or sorry, counterclockwise, so back to blue. Then advance the doom by 1 for each gate on the game board that corresponds to the current omen. So 1, 2. Wow, that was not great. It's my first player. I'm going to go ahead and go. Is that okay with you?
Well, give me a second.
Okay.
Because when I'm devoured, you have to advance the doom by 1. And then discard all possessions, condition cards, health save, improvement tokens, and returns investigator sheet. Oh, discards all possessions, condition cards. So I don't think we get any of that when you're devoured.
So your 3 clues, 4 clues.
Yeah, all that goes away.
Okay.
I had to check with myself because... So that does really suck.
Yeah, it really does. You need to discard those.
Cool. That's the end of those phases, which means I choose a new investigator. So I have a new one. Her name is Jacqueline Finn, or Fine. And here is her. She starts in the American heartland, of course. She gets 1 clue and 1 flesh ward spell. At first, Jacqueline's dreams of fire and destruction seemed like a curse. Monsters ran rampant through the city streets, and some greater darkness loomed on the horizon. However, she has recently learned to control her visions and observe events in detail. Yesterday, she traveled from Boston to Minneapolis to explore an abandoned warehouse she'd seen in her dreams. Inside, she found evidence of a terrible cult that had practiced unspeakable rituals there.
Yikes.
Jacqueline hopes to use what she's learned to prevent the terrible future that haunts her sleep. And she's a psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Her action is, you may trade any number of clues with an investigator on any space. And then once per round, when another investigator gains a non-common condition, you may look at the back of the card and gain 1 clue.
Huh.
So it's like you're seen in the future. The visions are a warning. Future can be rewritten. Cool. So you can go first, and I will grab my spell.
I think I'm going to spend my boat ticket to travel to Arkham. And then while there, I'm going to gain another ticket. And that was my turn. I want to get that clue so we can advance our mystery.
Alright, so now I'm way over here. These are in cities. I have to rethink the whole game. Might as well close the gate while we're in this side of the world.
Yeah.
So I moved to San Francisco, and I'll grab a boat ticket.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Nice. So now we're on encounters. And since I went first, I'll do an encounter first. I'm going to do the clue encounter. As much as I do want to close that gate, we need clues for this mystery. I'm in a city. You've captured one of the Brotherhood's knights. These assassins are rarely captured alive, and this may be your only chance to interrogate one. Do an observation test, which is my lowest stat. Here we go. I got 1 success. Wow. If you pass, you question him briefly, and he swallows a poison before he swallows a poison capsule. Yikes! Gain this clue. I'm going to gain this clue, but I'm going to spend it to put it on this mystery. After an investigator resolves a research encounter, he may spend 1 clue he gained from that encounter and place the clue on this card. And at the end of the mythos phase, if there's many clues in this card equal number of investigators, we solve it. So if Aaron gets his clue as well, we can solve this mystery, or he might choose to do the portal or the gate.
Isn't that on wilderness spaces only?
No, I checked. It just said when we started this mystery, it said to move all the clues to the wilderness. I guess to make them harder to get.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So we spawned that clue after this was revealed, so that was in a city, so it was pretty easy to get to.
Well, I'm going to do the portal, actually, because that's the next omen on the track. So I'll do the omen, and here it is. Lost Carcosa.
Ooh,
Starting
crossover.
out at the cloudy water of Lake Halley, you are horrified to see the entire lake rippling as if something at the bottom is about to surface.
Spooky.
You are seized by terrible panic that paralyzes you. Test will.
You have goodwill.
I do.
Dang.
Cool, I passed. Through sheer will, you force yourself to run toward the door you entered through. You find the doorway has been replaced by a blank wall. You try to recall an incantation from your studies that will open the lost portal. Lore. Good lord.
Nice.
Cool, I passed. Close this gate.
Yay!
So that's closed. Awesome.
I'm trying to remember which. I think this is London. I was like, which city haven't we gotten the gate for yet? I think this is London because I closed Shanghai and Istanbul, and then we. Yeah, I think it's London.
Well, we'll find out soon enough.
That's true.
All right, so we spawned a clue.
Yep.
Spawn a clue.
Oh, sorry. There should be spawned a clue. At space 1. Oh my gosh, it's right by you. So there's one on your space and there's one right next to you.
We put an exclamation point on space 2.
Oh, that was a good throw. Go me.
And we need 4 of the tentacle things on this card.
All right, I have the tentacle things.
So this is actually called Eldritch tokens.
Eldritch token? Isn't Eldritch like the positive star thing?
Well, that's what they're calling it, the Eldritch tokens.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not gonna, maybe because it's Eldritch Horror.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them squids.
Go for it.
Okay.
The strange phenomenon is an echo of the catastrophic destruction of Mu.
Moo!
No, MU.
Oh.
The repercussions of the serpent people's overreaching ambition still take their toll. Fractured reality, this is an ongoing rumor. As an encounter, an investigator on Space 2 may use an ancient portal created by a long-dead wizard of Mu. He resolves an otherworld encounter. If the effect allows him to close this gate, resolve this rumor instead. When there are no Eldritch tokens on this card, advance Doom by 1 for each gate on the game board.
Wow.
And solve this rumor.
Otherworld encounters these gate things, right?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Well, you can do that pretty fast. You're right there.
Cool.
And
So that's the end of the Mythos phase. Do you want to remain the first play?
Sure, I don't mind, unless you want to take it.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Maybe I'll go to Buenos Aires and try to close that gate and go kill one of these monsters.
Cool.
So I'm going to move 1 and spend my boat ticket to move 2 to Buenos Aires. And then for my second action, since I'm in a city, I'm actually going to do my influence to try to get an item. Got 1 success.
So you could get the charter flight, but that makes you move 2 spaces immediately. Or you could get a debt condition and get 2 successes, so you'd get 3. You could get the private care.
What does private care do?
It's a service. When you gain this card, immediately recover all health and sanity, then discard this card.
Wow. I'm only short of 1 sanity. So
That would have been good for me last week.
I know. I don't think I'm going to take anything, which is a bummer because that was a waste of an action, but I thought I had a pretty good chance with 4 die. So, that's a bummer.
Alright, then. Gosh, what can I do? Might as well do this, because
That was cocked rolled again.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to charter flight. Your encounter?
Yeah, so I'm going to try to close this gate.
Using the otherworld encounter.
City of the Great Race. On a high stone shelf, you find books containing the wisdom of both the distant past and the far-flung future. Far-flung future. Unfortunately, the tomes were written using a series of strange curvilinear symbols. Is that a word?
I have no idea.
Okay. You do your best to translate the alien language lore -1. I have 4 lore, so I'm going to roll 3 die here. I do get to reroll a die with my Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Oh. So you got 1?
No, I didn't roll this one. I got 0.
I thought you said you had 4 lower.
-1.
Oh.
Yep. The symbols make no sense to you. You fear that you'll be stuck here forever and search for a way home. You feel despair eating at you. Lose 2 sanity and gain a paranoia condition unless you spend 1 clue. Can I have a paranoia condition, please?
Sure.
Awesome.
Didn't say it's common. How do I know if it's a non-common? Oh, I see. Cool. So I'm going to do my action. Once proven and another investigator gains an uncommon condition, you may look at the back of that card and gain one clue. So no, you can't, because I don't see what this is.
Gotcha.
Okay. I would suggest avoiding city spaces until you can get rid of that. That's my prediction. And I gain a clue.
Yay.
Cool. Now I'm doing my card.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing a clue card. Or, I forgot what they're called. Research encounter. I'm on a city. In your nightmare, the chanting of the cult of the black goat threatens your sanity. That's
Wow.
So. If you pass, you remember the words when you wake up. Gain this clue. Cool. And I'm going to put it here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And now we are on the Mythos phase.
Does that happen at the end of the Mythos?
Yep.
Cool.
So we advance the Omen track by 1, and we have how many green gates? None. Because closed them. Monster Surge. So it's on green. Since there are no green gates, London. And we spawn a monster in London. But we also get to spawn a clue in Rome. Cool. You hang your head in exhaustion and frustration. You jump suddenly when a hand rests on your shoulder. To your relief, you turn to find the local priest. Have faith, my child, he tells you. Your good works have not gone unseen. This is turning into Emperor Palpatine. Your good works have not gone unseen. Your brave acts are making a difference. This is a good one. Support the Church is the name of this card. Event. The lead investigator gains a blessed condition.
Always support your church. You gain a blessed condition.
I do.
Ooh, I wonder if that's uncommon. It's probably common. Since it's same side, probably has the same back to it. So
I think does common mean they all have the same back?
Let me see. I think, has it already been around?
Since you did that?
Yeah.
Is the Mythos phase at the beginning or the end? Then no, it hasn't been, because you did it during the player turns when I got it, or during the encounters when I got a thing.
Cool.
I mean, it's blessed, so I would assume it's good.
It'll be fine. Alright, so that was the Mythos phase.
Yeah, that was pretty uneventful. That was good. A blessed condition means that 4s, 5s, and 6s count as successes, just like when Aaron had curse and only 6 counted as successes. Wow, that's a lot of S's. Now 4s, 5s, and 6, just for me since I have the condition.
All right, your turn.
Cool. I'm going to take a boat ticket real quick. Actually, I should probably heal instead, huh? And I'm going to take a boat ticket, and then I'm going to move to the Amazon.
All right, I'm going to move to space 2.
Nice.
And,
we forgot to move. We forgot to do this.
Ah!
Oh my god.
We solved the mystery.
We solved this mystery, so now we have to reveal the next mystery. Oh my goodness. And this is our last mystery. Spawn.
Hopefully.
Oh no. Spawn of the black goat. Can just call him Shrub. Shrub's twin blasphemes will. Okay. Shrub's twin blasphemies will prepare the world for the black goat, destroying any potential challenge to their mother's reign. One of the pair, Nug, has begun its dreadful task. When this card enters play, spawn the Nug epic monster on the Amazon.
Oh, I hated this one.
At the end of the Mythos phase, if the Nug epic monster has been defeated, solve this mystery. I think if we had spawned that before, I wouldn't have gone in there yet. I would have stayed out here for a second, so I'm gonna move back and heal.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah, because we were supposed to have done that before I took my actions.
I was like,
I only have
take him back.
I only have 3 remaining sanity, and I would not have gone in there if I known there was an epic monster.
A Nug. Nug.
You.
Just makes me want, like,
Chicken
good,
nuggets.
No, like a nugget. I'm thinking like
a poop?
No, like a Milky Way. As nugget?
Nougat.
Nougat. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes. That's
Well, maybe his name's Noog, and that's what I was thinking about.
Okay.
So we just have to defeat the epic monster.
Yeah, we're both pretty close.
And I mean, I cannot fight, so good luck.
Thanks.
Cool. So now I'm moving. This is my turn. But first, while I'm here, again, I'm like, what else can I do?
Oh, sweet. I got rid of my paranoia. I performed a rest action and rolled a 5.
So whenever you do a rest action,
You have like a
and you
negative
have a
condition.
madness, you also get to roll a die to try to get rid of it. Because
Most of them, not all of them.
rest should pay off a little bit.
Yep.
Oh, I already have enough tickets. I could try for that thing again, but
For which thing?
one of these. I don't see what the point would be, though.
Yeah. Is it an
Well,
action for you
obviously-
to send me clues?
Yeah. Do you want clues?
If I'm gonna go fight, that might be helpful because you can use clues to reroll die.
Cool. Take both of them.
Thanks.
And then I'll move. And then that's my turn. So you're ready to encounter?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to close this portal again. The Dreamlands. Spooky. You are strictly admonished that in the city of Ulthar, no man can kill a cat. Or woman, I'm assuming. As a result, you see the city is filled with cats. If you know the language, you can communicate with these highly intelligent creatures.
Lore?
Yes, lore test. I succeeded. The cats are pleased to chat and share useful secrets. Gain 2 clues. Wow.
Oh. Give me my clues back.
When the topic of food is brought up, dozens of cats take an interest. A crowd of hungry felines surround you. Become delayed unless you spend 1 health. If you spend the health, you feed the cats your rations and go hungry yourself. Close the gate. I will get rid of the health in order to close the gate and not be delayed.
Cool. My action is this token thing, so I'm trying to close this gate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do another world, another lost Carcosa. Turning the corner, you suddenly find yourself on stage. Other actors speak their dialogue and look at you expectantly. Why am I not Lola? Someone off stage passes you a script, but the text is difficult to interpret. So I'm going to do lore -1 is 3.
Nice.
Cool. So the audience applauds your performance and the curtain falls. Close this gate. You consider sticking around for the second show in hopes of picking up details you missed the first time. You may become delayed to gain 2 clues.
Do you want to become delayed?
I don't want
You're 1 space away from Tokyo, and you can close that gate before we get to blue.
Tokyo's defeat monsters.
Yeah.
So I won't. It's not worth it. Alright. So that goes away. That card, right?
Yes. You solved that rumor.
Easy rumor.
Yep.
And Mythos phase.
Yep.
Advance the omens. So we have 1, 2.
Blue gates.
So we lose 2. We really need to
Close gates.
Keep
I just
going.
closed one of the blue ones. If we had done that, we would be at 3. Yikes. Alright.
And now we're doing all the reckoning effects, starting with the
gosh.
monsters.
Let's do big guy first. Spawn 1 ghoul monster on this space.
I was afraid of that.
And then the Amazon, or the Snake people, we roll a die. And we're good. And...
Night Spawn is going to move 2 spaces towards someone. You're 1, 2, 3, and I'm probably a lot more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
So it's going to move 1, 2,
2.
right there. Cool. And that's all of those. So now we draw a monster and put it on a random location. So occultist is going on.
Oh, random location. Sorry. London.
How many monsters do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10, 11. Did you count those?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
How did that happen? So we actually have to advance Doom by 2 because of the Shub's ability.
Aaron, what happens when we get Doom to 0?
We have to flip the Shub over and then we flip the table.
Yep.
Because it would be the worst thing to happen. So we really need to kill that dude. Cool. Your turn.
Alright. So I'm going to heal while I'm rest. Oh, I have a reckoning effect on this card I was supposed to roll for. Cool. Did we finish the Mythos phase?
Oh, I mean... No, we didn't. We have to spawn a gate.
Gosh. Okay, so we got through all the gates, so now I shuffle these. And San Francisco.
Another monster.
Nice.
A gug.
A what?
A goog? Gug. Cool. San Francisco?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't sleep and can't stop shaking. Compulsively, you open your suitcase and count everything, gripping everything you own so tightly your hands bleed. Burden of Greed. Event. Each investigator may discard any number of item possessions. Then, he loses 1 health for each item possession he has.
So the keyword item, correct?
Yes.
Shit. You lose 1 health.
Mm-hmm.
I only have 1 item, but it gives me extra willpower during combat encounters, and I don't want to give that up if I'm going to go fight the big baddie monster, so I will lose a health.
Cool. Now it's your turn.
I'm going to rest while I'm here. Boom. And then I'm going to move to the Amazon with these 4 monsters, including Shrub.
So his toughness is 4. The Nug. You mean the Nug? Move it.
Your turn.
I'm moving to Tokyo. And then I will... Can I get 2 clues back, please?
Yes.
Because who knows if I might need them to reroll.
Absolutely.
And that's my turn.
Awesome. We're on encounters now. And I went first, so I have to do my encounters first. I can resolve these in any order I want, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But I have to resolve all of them.
I was thinking maybe I should. It's fine.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. I have 4 monsters here.
I can help you once to not lose health. 2 health.
Well, I'm going to start with the easy one, the ghoul. So I have to do a willpower test, which is willpower +1. Cool, so I succeed. And then I'm going to do strength.
Yes.
Wow. So this guy's dead.
Oh, you weren't doing the nub?
Oh. No, I wasn't.
Dang.
Should I do the nub first?
You would have just killed him.
Oh, okay.
No, it's right. You did this one. Just do that again.
Okay. Should I go after the nub or should I get rid of the other ones first?
Whatever you want to do.
Because it just solves the mystery.
Look at the when you defeat effects and see if any of them would be helpful for you before you.
This one says you may lose 1 sanity to move 2 spaces when you defeat the monster, which I don't know if I want to do. I want to stay here and fight this, right?
Mm-hmm. So which one are you doing?
I'm going to do the next easiest one. I'm going to do them in increasing order, I think. That's why I did that one first. This one's willpower. Good, because I have the blessed condition. And in strength, I have 6. I don't need to roll again. He's
1,
dead.
2, 3.
Yep.
Man, blessed conditions are great.
And I have 6 strength, which is hella helpful. So this guy, I'm doing a willpower test. I have 4. I'm good. And then a strength test -1, so I have 5 for this strength test. Wow. There's 1, and then I'm going to use my rabbit's foot to re-roll. Okay, so I take 2 damage. No, I'm going to spend a clue to re-roll.
1 die.
1 die. Yes, so I don't take any damage. I take 1 damage, but he is dead.
Cool.
Alright, and now we're on to Shrub.
The big guy.
So I do willpower -1. And it's 2, so I lose a willpower. I lose a sanity. And then it's strength -2, which is 4 for me.
Come on.
I may die. Okay, so there's 2 successes. That one's cocked.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. I'm going to re-roll one of them using this clue. Yes, so I got 3 successes.
Nice.
So I only lose 1 health, but it takes 3 damage, and it has 4 health, so I only have to give it 1 more damage to kill it.
Do you want me to prevent you from losing that damage?
Sure.
I need the other die.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that'd be great.
Spell causes skin to writhe and reform like a living being. No additional effects, so you do not lose that 1 health.
Yay.
I use that once per round, so I'll exhaust it. My turn.
Do I get to do an Amazon encounter?
No, because there's still monsters.
Okay. Because I knew, like, if you did monster encounters, you got to. It's only you could defeat all the monsters.
Yes.
I did defeat 3 of them. I do 3 damage to Shrub, though. I'm pretty proud of that.
I'm going to do Tokyo.
Okay. You gonna try to close this gate?
No, I'm going to try to defeat monsters.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Tokyo. You ask the enigmatic dragon lords to rid the world of potential threats to Japan. This is influence.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Come on, I need to pass this.
Can you use a clue to reroll?
I can, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so if you pass, each monster on a space of your choice loses 2 health as the mysterious group casts their spells. So, I'm going to choose this space.
This space, each monster?
Yes.
You mean this monster, Shrub?
Loses 2 health.
Oh, okay. Well, he's dead.
She's dead.
I think it says she, actually.
When this card enters play... Okay, so at the end of the Mythos phase. We just have to make it to the end of the Mythos phase.
Yep.
Cool. Now, it is the Mythos phase. So we'll see if we do survive. Advance the Omen. So that's 1, 2 spaces.
So there's 2 portals or gates that are...
Ooh, it's getting close.
Getting close.
Surge monsters in those locations.
Okay.
So here's a Shoggoth and a cultist. And then we spawn a clue.
Clues.
According to the police report, several individuals entered the warehouse in the middle of the night. They performed some sort of ritual which culminated in their death. What you know that the police don't is that afterward, something inhuman left that warehouse, calling the Elder Things. Spawn 1 monster on each space that contains a cultist monster. So 1 monster here.
Yep. Wow.
Is that the only cultist on the board?
Yeah.
No, there's one right here.
Oh, shoot.
And the Serpent People, which moves to the Amazon, right where you're at.
Awesome.
And that's it. That's
so it's
all.
the end of the Mythos phase. At the end of the Mythos phase, if the Nug epic monster has been defeated, solve this mystery. So we have solved 1, 2, 3 mysteries. The first one was fighting monsters, and the second one was getting the clues, and this one was defeating Nug. And so,
when 3 mysteries have been solved, investigators win the game!
Woo! Can we put an air horn there?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to cover something up.
Oh, yikes, don't like that.
So
We did it.
we won
Sports.
Eldritch Horror for the first time in a two-player
while.
game.
Oh yeah, the first time we ever played it, just the two of us, we won.
Two-player game.
We won with some of our friends. There were 5 of us, and that was a longer game, but also really cool to see how the characters' abilities interacted with each other. And we didn't have to run around the world as much. We could kind of stay in our regions. Whereas in this one, I mean, I started over here and I went this whole way, and Aaron started over here and did this, and then he died, and then he went here. And
Well, it's been about 45 minutes of playtime,
Yeah.
plus the, I guess, 45 before hour and a half maybe to play this with 2 players. It is longer, as you said, with more players because there's more people making turns and doing actions.
yeah, but once you know how to play it, it goes pretty fast.
Yeah, and if you're not explaining it to, I don't know, an audience,
That's cute.
actually probably makes me go quicker because
It
Normally-
truly does.
normally I have to sit and look at all my options, but that'd be very boring for you to have to witness.
It is.
So,
It's very boring.
so Jacqueline, fine. RNP for Miss
RIP.
Trish Scarborough. So Eldritch Horror is a fun game. Out of the Arkham File games that we have played, what's your score for this game?
Comparing it to the other Arkham games, or
Well,
just in general?
Let's compare it to the other games first. So we've played Arkham Horror, the card game,
We've played so much Arkham Horror, the card game.
and we've played Mansions of Madness.
Oh. It's very hard to compare these games because they have the same lore and a lot of the same investigators and characters and monsters somewhat, and some situations are unique to each game, but it really just depends on what you're feeling. Because I mean, this feels like a board game, like a strategy board game. The card game feels like a deck building game, and Mansions of Madness feels like an RPG. It feels like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. And so it really just depends. For me, it depends on what I'm in the mood for. I think overall, I like Arkham Horror, the card game, best because I do really love deck building games, but that's not always what I'm in the mood for. You know what I mean? So I think overall, I'd give this is probably a 9 out of 10 for me. I think the mechanics are really good. I think it's one of the few board games, strategy board games I played that plays just as well with one person as it does with 6 people. And it's challenging, but not impossible. And I love the art in all these games.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of my favorite medium-heavy strategy games.
Cool.
I also love a good co-op, so.
I would say I agree. Arkham Horror, the card game, is a far superior game just because I'm a thematic gamer.
It's so expansive.
Anything that has a story
Yeah,
and that can keep me engaged in that way.
there's campaign play.
Yeah. So Arkham Horror, let me put it this way. In San Francisco here, where there's this GUG, a whole Arkham Horror campaign could be dedicated
Just
towards
defeating
that monster.
And there'll be like 8 scenarios that each take 30 minutes to an hour and a half
Yeah.
to do. And
Whereas
build a character. And
this game is like the entirety of the Lovecraftian universe is all over the world, and you're trying to, kind of do this long form game in a short.
it's really cool because a lot of the cards in these scenarios, these encounters you have reference
Like Carcosa.
things from Arkham Horror or from Mansions of Madness, which is really cool.
But I do agree. I think this is a better game than Mansions of Madness because I feel like it's less cloggy. With Mansions of Madness, you have to create the rooms that you're in, and you have to. It gets tiring to put a encounter token over here, and that can get old after a while. But it's not modular, so I'm assuming with more expansions, the more ancient ones that you have to play with, I'm sure it makes the game a little bit different.
Yeah.
And the fact that these cards all have 3 different encounters on them makes it very. You probably won't see every single encounter for a long time.
Yeah, this base game comes with 4 ancient ones, but even within those, your Mythos deck can be different. You have all these decks that, like Aaron said, have different cities and different encounters on them, and there are a dozen investigators, 12 investigators to choose from. And we've played this same ancient one with 4 different investigator combinations, and it's been an entirely different game because of the cards we draw and the abilities our characters have.
Mm-hmm.
So even the same enemy it's very replayable.
Yeah. So I would say for me, this game is at 8.5, maybe at 8.
Oh, we're really starting 0.5s already?
Let's say an 8.
This is the second video.
8. It's an 8. It doesn't quite get to a 9 because I don't know. No, the main reason, and here's the main reason, is because we played this 4 times with this one monster, and a game is less fun the more you lose.
Aaron hates losing.
So
more than most things.
There is a way to make it easier and harder by what cards you actually put in the deck, but
yeah.
I mean, 4 times. Not if I would have lost this game, it'd be like a 6. But because we won finally, maybe it was user error, and we finally figured some things out. But
I think we did.
Yeah. So together, I guess that's an 8.5.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
So 8.5.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe to get more videos. The next one will probably be a shorter game, so you don't have to sit through this. But we had fun because we're bored, and I hope you had fun with the board games.
Eldritch Horror.
Yay! And we both get a tally mark on our boards.
Yeah.
Because we both won. Way to go.